guys, this is Lucky with Lucky Sevens Tarot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. Listen, today's a pretty special video. I'm going to be opening and unboxing, I guess, this career and money deck for you guys. All right, this is a brand new deck that I am personally responsible for and I created. It will be available on sale on my website, lucky7tarot.com, and on my new Etsy site. I will also post it there as well. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this and see what we have here. If you don't know, I have been creating tarot decks and oracle decks and things like that for a really long time, but I really started to dive into it this past year, and I'm super, super excited about this one here, okay? So, as you can see, bottom of the deck, we have creativity. And the reason why I feel like this deck was possibly like necessary to do, just so you guys understand my logic or thought process, right? I've been reading tarot for over a decade, like really long time, okay? And I know that there is all kinds of tarot readers out there. There are some that look at art that are visionary readers. There are some or visual readers. There are some that only, that they're more beginner stage. Some that only read oracle messages. It doesn't mean that anyone's gift is less important or, better than the other, I guess, per se. But what it does is, everybody has a different niche, and there's a need for different cards for different reasons. So I feel like for a lot of us, this might be a little bit easier to sort of acknowledge what may be happening with you if you're doing a financial reading, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this deck and see what I have here for you. So this first message is creativity. Okay, and as you can see in the depiction, he's a photographer, right? He's being creative. He's seen something that sparked his interest and he is taking a picture of it. So obviously, and with this deck, you can read them in reverse as well, okay? You have right direction, and as you can see, he has a compass. There's this lane back there. So I wanted to really showcase for visionary artists what the meaning of the card was, not just what it says, but it can also mean other things as well, okay? You have payday. So as you can see, she's super excited. She's at the grocery store. Looks like she's grabbing a bunch of stuff, which if you've ever lived paycheck to paycheck, or that's what you're doing now, you're happy to go to the grocery store, right? That's exciting. And then you have shopping. So this is a picture of someone with a bunch of shopping bags, ready to pull out her credit card or his credit card, which, to buy a bunch of stuff. You have changes. And I love this picture because it's a picture of what you see as the stock market or crypto market, which I'm very much involved in. And there's this ladder. And in this picture, it may indicate that these are positive changes. And sometimes changes manifest as, they go up, they go down, that kind of thing. But if you were to read it in reverse, it could be the opposite, right? So then you have responsibilities. As you can see, he does have this big block on his back, a lot of weight, a lot of responsibility. Really reminds me of the Ten of Wands card in the tarot deck. Termination of employment. See, this is actually job loss, right? But there's this piece of paper here. This man seems to be sitting in front of, looks like the boss, and telling you, sorry, job loss, right? In reverse, it could actually indicate that there's the possibility of a job offer being extended, or for some, I mean, I would even interpret this as the possibility of like being reprimanded but not losing your job. Okay. You have credit repair. So, in terms of career and money, we also need to think about our credit and our credit score, because that plays a huge role financially in our financial stability this day and age, especially for those of you in the United States. I don't know what the terms are for credit if in other countries. Now, I do know that there is some form of credit. If you know, or you're from another country and you know about credit there, put it down below how that works for you guys, okay? You also have interview here, okay? So, as you can see, again, same kind of concept there, but it's like someone asking a bunch of questions, curious, you know, that sort of thing. And then you have micromanage. For those of you who have ever worked for someone who stayed on top of you 24/7, watching, wondering what you're doing, you know, wanting an update 24/7, sends you 27 emails, that kind of thing, this card might end up coming out for you. This can also be an indication that maybe you need to look at something a little bit harder, or you need to really go through it. This reminds me of a very Virgo card. You know, dotting your T's or dotting your I's, crossing your T's. Sorry, guys, can't talk today. Then we have training. So maybe you're going to school if this card comes out, or you may be in the beginning process, having to start from the bottom within a new company or business even, all right? In reverse, it could mean that there is a lack of training, that maybe you need to, you know, put yourself out there and go to school. This could also indicate maybe there's some sort of expertise in a certain area that you have, right? Now, you have insurance. And you see he's holding an umbrella and it's raining. And the idea behind this is that, you know, not everybody wears an umbrella or has an umbrella available to them. And insurance is optional. It's always a choice. And he chose that day to carry an umbrella, right? There is a such thing also called umbrella insurance, which covers a bunch of different insurance if you're unaware. But then you have growth. And I love this. She's happy and smiling and, you know, ecstatic that she's gotten a little bit taller, which indicates some level of growth or opportunity here. And you can also read that in the reverse, okay, as something not growing, all right? Then you have performance evaluation. So this can indicate in this deck that you have some sort of opportunity here for an evaluation to determine whether or not you're going to get a raise or something of that nature, okay? Could be meeting with a boss to determine what's going on. Now you have unemployment. You can see he's kind of sitting there. He's sad. He actually may be homeless on the side of the highway, right? So, and sometimes that's what happens, obviously, in the world that we live in. And you have entrepreneur. I love this card. The lights in the background just indicate sparks of ideas that entrepreneurs have. And he's sitting there. This is more of a new age entrepreneur, you know, somebody working a lot online, able to wear comfortable clothes, you know, able to wear a full beard and kind of just be comfortable doing what he's, you know, doing what he loves to do. So I actually really like this card. Then you have selling. And you can, the picture here is a merchant who may be selling the products in the background here, okay? It's like walking into a store, being sold something. This can also indicate that there's something that maybe you are selling or being sold on, okay? Then you have follow-up. And here he is with, going through his list that he has here, following up about maybe some opportunities or following up on old goals that he was, trying to hear back from, maybe a job or an opportunity, a business venture, that kind of thing. You have deadlines. And in any business, including this one that I'm in, we have deadlines, right? We have to provide a service within a certain amount of time. So you also have huge decision, okay? So are you going to go down door number 1 or door number 2? So, and this is big when it comes to career and money because, a lot of times if we may be in a cycle where we're ready for some changes, but we don't know what those changes are. And we have to really take a deep look at what direction we want to go in. So we have to make some choices there. Then you have internship. Internships usually are unpaid, but there are paid internships. This is where you are starting very, very fresh, right? Fish out of water. It can be kind of uncomfortable. You may feel like you're under a microscope, that sort of thing. Now you also have pay bills. So as any adult will tell you, we have bills to pay, right? So no tarot and money deck would be complete without this card showing up. All right, so the bills got to get paid. Otherwise, why do we work, right? We have job search. So when this card comes up, this can indicate looking for a job, looking online, creating a resume, that sort of thing. Then we have job offer. So this is you being extended an offer opportunity for a new job, new career, that sort of thing. And we have entry level. So you don't know what you're necessarily getting yourself into when you're in when you're in the entry level, right? You're just starting out, just starting absolutely fresh. So it's black behind the door, but the door is open. You're opening that door to find out what is behind there. You have benefits. And as you can see, it's a parent's room. Okay. So at this particular, this particular card does talk about certain benefits that maybe you receive at a job that would help you to make a decision that you did or didn't want to work there, right? So some of the benefits could be insurance or healthcare benefits, bonus benefits. And in this picture, it's showing you that there is a childcare service there where she can bring her kids to the job, that type of thing. Or maybe even like working at home could be the benefit, for some people, is what I would see that as. Now, then you've got negotiate. So if this card were to come out for you in a reading, I would indicate this as something where you need to not accept the first thing that's offered to you, put your offer out there as well. Counter offer, negotiate. You have multitasking, doing more than one thing at once. And I know a lot of us women out here, we know exactly what this card is indicating, especially if you're a working woman and you're a mom, right? So this is her at home, working from home, being very much about her business, but also watching her kids, making sure her child is okay. And then you have resign and retire. Okay, so it can resonate either or. Obviously, resignation is leaving a job. Retire is more leaving a job or opportunity for good, right? Being there for many, many years. Now you have sale. Okay, so something being put on sale or lowering the price of something. You have vacation. A lot of times we need to take time out for ourselves when we're working really hard, or we may be spending a lot of money on vacation or needing to save for vacation. You have new assets here, right? This is a new house, new car, new business of some kind, right? Something that is an asset. You have assets, you got liabilities, right? So an asset is something that appreciates in value. A liability would be something that depreciates in value, something that costs you a lot more money just from owning it or having it. Now, you've got work from home here. And as you can see, she's on the floor, you know, cup of coffee there, papers right in front of her. I really love this energy or this card. You got competition. They're in suits with the gloves on. A lot of us go through this. We have competitive work environments. You know, people could be even jealous of the amount of money that you have or the amount of business that you have if you own a business, that sort of thing. So that's the kind of energy that I would see come out for that. You have receipts when you own a business, or, you know, tax time, when you're going through your receipts and the things that you needed to keep a record of. This would be the card that kind of comes out. You need proof of something, that sort of thing. And you have overtime. If you look, it's nighttime. She's working hard, right? And in this picture, I would assume she was at home working, okay, putting in that extra overtime. You also have budget. So saving money, budgeting yourself. Then you got debt paid. So this card would come out when you pay your debts, or your debts are getting paid off in some way, or that might be your desire. Unexpected income. Income coming towards you that you didn't even account for. You didn't calculate it into your budget. That's always a good card to get. And then you've got dress to impress. So if you are going on an interview or there's a need to look your best, this is the card that I would see come out. You also have debt. So when you're in over your head, right? Possibly due to what? Spending money. All right. And as you can see in this picture, there's the money there, but then it's kind of like it goes away, right? So toxic work environment. How many times have we dealt with something like this? You know, for a lot of us, where the work environment is toxic. So in that case, you would see something like this, but it could also be in the reverse, that, you know, if things were going to change from that. Okay, I would put this deck, if I'm using this in a career money reading, I would do this deck in reverse as well. I would read reversals. But some people are not comfortable with that. So, you know, obviously if you're reading it, it depends on you. Cryptocurrency. In the day and age that we live in, we are in a crypto market. You know, look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of that has just reached new heights this past week, almost hitting what 70,000 Bitcoin did, and Ethereum hit the highest record numbers. It's like 48 or 4,900 a coin, right? So we are in the times of cryptocurrency. So obviously I had to do a cryptocurrency card because a lot of you may be investing or interested in investing in cryptocurrency, and I wanted to make that very clear to you as the, you know, as the querent, and to any reader that may be reading for you exactly what would be discussed there, okay? If that's what was happening for you and that card came out. You also have money tree. You guys have heard me say this. If you've been on my channel for a long time, you've heard me say and talk about, you know, the giving tree and that story from when we were kids. So, you know, I had to do a card of the money tree. And it's like, usually with this, I would look at this and say, you know, money kind of grows on trees. Or you could look at it like you have an infinite amount of money and good luck, you know, just depending. You also have saving money here. So obviously we all know what that is. Loan denied. So if you are going to try to get a loan for an asset or a liability, right? Or money to pay for your bills, your everyday expenses, this card could come out if that is not something that either you were supposed to do or get, or it's just not gonna, you know, it's not gonna work. And then you have loan approved as well, which is usually what you guys want to see, right? Loan approved. And you have overspending here, okay? So when you spent way beyond your budget, that's going to be a card that comes out. unexpected expenses when you are possibly having things go on. Maybe your air conditioner goes out, or you have car related trouble, that sort of thing. This might be the card that comes out for you. And then you have the last card here, background check. So if you guys, this could indicate that someone may be doing a background check on you, for a new job. Maybe you need to investigate the company or the person that you're hiring, that kind of thing. All right. So this card would come out for you in that case. All right, guys. I hope you really like this deck, and I will link it below where you can find it on my website and on my Etsy if you're interested. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I hope you're loving on yourselves. Peace, love, and blessings to you always. Until next time. Bye-bye.